Welcome once again to Utan Society. I've been praying and meditating for some time this week and last week. And the world we find ourselves in today is so full of sin and just temptations everywhere, and God has been abandoned, rejected. Those who talk about God or are with God are ridiculed and insulted, silenced, not given a chance to communicate. Many of them have somehow withdrawn from engaging with the world. God's power, as much as it cannot be denied, and everybody just says all the time, God is with us, God is what, God is doing this, so we are with God. But I still believe it's a lot of just speech and very little action to back it up. Why I'm saying this is because the state of the nation, and apart from just even the state of the nation is individuals. And it reflects the true state of individuals in this nation. God is so far away. And guys want to keep it like that. And the situation continues to deteriorate. And there are no answers where you go look for answers. People are sleeping hungry, and people, there is no money, nothing to do. It's all a downward spiral. And now the pandemic has caused ripple effects in society, whereby the problems have been compounded, one problem on top of another one, and before even the other problem has been identified, you find again another problem comes up. So we're talking about economy from the pandemic, the economy, job losses, sicknesses, underlying causes, mental illnesses. Those who get healed come back home. And the thing is, I'm discovering that they are getting healed, but they are really not okay when they come home. They really need a lot of help. This disease is so devastating that you get well, but everything about your body has been so beat up by the disease that the recovery process is not just to walk out of hospital out of 14 days, but a much longer time. And there is now, you look for answers, you don't get. You turn everywhere, you don't get any answers. You do what you know how to do, no solutions. So it slowly degenerates into despair. And then from despair, depression, giving up. It's a really a downward spiral, like just somebody is squeezing the life out of people. And I've been meditating on these things and praying about it. And it got quite intense think of the end of last week, and in prayer I was just crying out to God to what next, what will happen, what's going on, how shall we get out of all this mess? And you feel like the enemy is just surrounding you and coming at you from every angle. There is no place you can turn to. When you turn one way, the enemy is there. When you turn another way, the enemy is there. So you find that it's really a very desperate situation. And in prayer, I got this word of Isaiah 59:19, when God was talking to Israel and Judah through the prophet Isaiah. And at that time the situation was much like what we are having now in our country. Just apostasy, moved away from God, fallen into deep sin, the leaders being lied to that these are the solutions and this is what is good, and nothing was going well for the nation and for the people, just like today. And this word from Isaiah came, even though Isaiah is known as a prophet of fire and doom. There is hope in his message because he talks a lot about the coming of Jesus. We find a lot of hope in his messages. One of the longest books in the Bible. And when he talks about the prophecies of the coming of Jesus, now he gives us hope, and he gave Israel hope at that time. In Isaiah 59:19. That the name of the Lord shall be feared from the east to the west. Meaning everywhere. Today, everywhere, the name of the Lord is just being maligned. The people of the Bible, of the book, of the church, the true followers, nobody is giving them time or a chance. So I said ridicule and insults is what follows them, just like Isaiah's day. But Isaiah says the name of the Lord shall be feared from the east to the west. That means everywhere. Today, everywhere is just pandemic. Some have even dubbed it plandemic. So it's like there's a plan, something like that. I don't know. But looking at Isaiah giving us hope, this is the word that came. That the name of the Lord shall be feared from the east to the west. When the enemy comes against us like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift a standard. And it was really in a vision when I got this message, that no matter what situation you find yourself in, however pathetic and desperate and bad it is, however helpless, you have tried your all, you have given your all, and there is still no way, no answers. The Spirit of the Lord shall raise the standard. Meaning, the enemy can come with all that he has, everything he's got, and try to do whatever he wants to do, however he wants to do it. But I want us to hang on to this promise for this time and in this day, that the Spirit of the Lord shall raise the standard. The Lord our God, when the standard is raised, it means an army is in motion. And at the head of the army is the captain of the army, and that is where that standard, the flag, like the standard that maybe our president uses when he's attending a ceremony somewhere, addressing the public, they set his standard up. Every president has their standard, and our Lord has his standard. So our Lord and his hosts of army in heaven are coming to the rescue of the nation. They are coming to the rescue of you, the individual. So don't give up. This is just the message that U-Turn says all the time. Never give up. The Lord, the standard of heaven, of the armies of the Lord, is being raised in your situation. And God is going to turn around the battle that has been raging against you. So it's just to hold. I know it's hard to tell somebody who's down and out and who is hungry and jobless that never give up. It's easy for guys who still have a plate of food and maybe some little hustle on the side to make ends meet in a way, even though it's not meeting perfectly. Somebody like that is easy to be cheered up. But we know the joy of the Lord is our strength. And this word, let it be received and let it bring joy to you. And you are going to overcome and turn around the battle at the gates. As much as it has hit you so hard, I encourage myself in the same way, and I desire and hope and pray for all of you that for our people who have nothing left, no strength, no heart, no, their will has been completely subdued, that there are moments when you can do nothing for yourself. Then the Lord himself raises the standard. The army of God will battle. Even though you brought this on yourself, even though you are the one who is to blame for that situation, and you know that maybe my foolishness brought me here, I had so many chances, I would have escaped this situation somehow, but I did not take my chances. I wasted my opportunities. Trust the Lord and his word in Isaiah 59:19, that he is still going to come and rescue you despite yourself, despite your limitations and errors and blunders and all those things you have committed to set yourself up for this calamity. So bless you again. Never give up, U-Turn Society. We never give up. We will fight till the end. And the Lord is the one who decides when it is the end, when the fight is over. God bless you. Always with you, always praying for you.